lucky and get some calls, or even if you're behind, if you catch up and get lucky, you're just way better off doing that. And to get in the money, you're not going to win the tournament, but you may get into the money.
Yeah, I mean, I like poker, and I like the experience, but it's a little bit like day trading. It's like a job, and it's time, and at least if it's a clean poker room and nobody's smoking cigarettes, like then it's like you can really experience that experience. But I just don't play poker. I don't do anything. I don't play. I don't gamble in the stock market anymore. It's like I don't do anything other than having digital communications. Apparently. Because when I go to the casino and I see people playing slot machines, I'm like, don't you know that's just like a big blown up cell phone? It's just like hitting all your dopamine. I mean, it's just such a trick. It's so smart, like, but you can't reverse engineer it because it's that good. So, but it's just a blown up version of your cell phone, and it's costing you money to play your cell phone. It's like stupid. But I just got back from the Serb Fest. If you want to go to my YouTube, you can see some gypsy Serbs dancing, eating sausages, drinking Serbian beer. It was so much fun, and I gotta say, so many beautiful people, and the music and the food. It's like it's magic. Serbia, 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 and the moon was
We
beautiful.
all made it to New York Fashion Week next month. Going out there to go. If no one knows, I'm a photographer, and I have an online magazine where I go to different events and write ups and articles and take pictures and stuff.
Are they gay events?
Not this time at Mojo.
I do want to say something about being stupid. There is like an aspect to life where overthinking and having chronic thoughts and all the anxiety you can create doesn't change the future. So in that way, to retard yourself or to become stupid, meaning that you're no longer thinking but you're an objectivist or you're in the real world or a solipsist or a stoic in a way, like that type of perspective or personality could be a superior approach to game theory. It's basically the hermit. Um, Somebody sent me something about somebody who's basically pretends to be stupid to survive, but the Taoists would say it's like a tree with many knots. You can't cut it for any planks, so it's worthless. But is it worthless? No, it's alive. It's not getting cut up. So Clown House is like a road raging clickbait trap to essentially see. This app is very smart because it relies on us to counter hypnotize each other. It doesn't actually do anything. It's a fucking conference call. But because of the framework, it basically forces this reverse hypnosis between people here. And because people are such road ragers in their real lives, they come on here and they do this road rage dopamine game. But in a way, it's like a holding facility for people, so it's like you're not really making any money being here, but other people are extracting your activity and replatforming it to monetize it. It's like, what are you really doing here?
I don't think anybody's monetizing anything on here.
I mean, I'm trying.
The scammers did early.
That's a long time ago.
Like Gary the Giraffe, Gary Henderson, the felon
Yeah.
scammer.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
JT Fox, Grant Cardone.
Grant's still scamming people.
So I've got
How did Grant scam somebody?
I've got Ty Lopez videos, Grant Cardone videos. See, Ty Lopez to me is like one of the worst because he claims he can give you 16% monthly yield. Cardone in his ads
God.
don't necessarily show you, I think, a monthly ROI, but literally like his older videos, he's like drunk, coming out of a casino, flying on a plane. Like literally, you could tell he's totally intoxicated with like all these women running around. I mean, he kind of knew how to advertise, but it's all education business. It's all publishing industry. So you could call that a scam. But I met Matthew Lesko, who sells government secret books, how to get government funding for this and that. And he's got all these government published books that he reformats and republishes. Matthew Lesko. I asked him once, I was like, what's your secret, Matthew? He goes, lots of good sex. So, that guy has made millions of dollars publishing himself on TV in a suit with question marks like the Riddler saying, I got a book on government secrets on how to get free money now. Matthew
That's
Lesko.
true.
I'm sure some of you have met him. To me, he's like a publishing and a direct response legend.
That's a good point. I would say, though, that Matthew has probably created actual value for people, whereas I think Ty Lopez's job is just to steal your money until you stop paying him.
Well, one person publishes government grants and the other person publishes private industry secrets, which is basically like social media clickbait and bait and switch advertising.
That's true. Damn. Son, you make a good point.
Because if Google does business with it, Google essentially says, okay, we don't care about the legality of your advertisement or your business proposition or BizOp. Like Google makes a lot of money from what you could technically call fraudulent or deceptive advertising.
That's true, and even if you look at like Grant Cardone's online profile, even his Google Knowledge panel is like at the level of like Tom Cruise.
We'll see, like fake book. I don't know if you know what Billy Hayes Marketing is or whatever. He's like some San Diego guy who shows you how to start a Facebook media agency and things like that. It's just all a biz op opportunity, but he like parodied Wolf of Wall Street. Like I have filmed these people who put these biz op. They're very sophisticated and very good, edited videos. And the thing is, it's the same thing as like running for Congress or Senate. It's all basically a performative experience, and that's kind of the scary part about reality, where it's like, what, everything is kind of a scam. Scientology, the IRS, the I don't know, like the military is like its own different aspect, but there's something about, like, I'm looking at all these books in my apartment. Like, I'll probably never be able to find the time to read all these books, but like I just consider it like a collection. But what I'm saying is there's just so much cumulative media from the past 100 years in America that it's a lot of information and data, and all the AIs are woke and they don't give you the contrarian position. I am complete.
They will give it to you. You just have to ask for it.
Now you can use AI to give you a summarize of the chapters, and you only read the ones you are interested in.
Well, I asked, what are 10 entrepreneurial businesses that you could start, to essentially increase revenue and reduce the debt in America? Then I asked, give me the contrarian positions to those startup ideas, and the answers were kind of funny.
What were the top 5 ideas?
I think the number one was asteroid mining. It's just so stupid.
Oh shit. That's ridiculous. would that require you to enter outer space?
Did you see that the government, U.S. government, is planning on funding a nuclear reactor on the moon? Did you see that news article that came out?
No.
Oh, I could find it or Google it for you. But yeah, the U.S. government is going to build a nuclear reactor on the moon.
Oh God. Did you also see that they're working on technologies to grapple in outer space to try to knock
But this kind of, if you look at the overall perspective over like the last 8 years, when Space Force, right? Everyone thought it was stupid as shit. But now they're talking about bombing or destroying satellites. You've seen Elon Musk, Starlight, fucking cut off service to Ukraine. Like, you've seen the way, I hate it because I'm not a Trump supporter by any means. But I almost want to understand why there was an intent to have some sort of
What?
I'm trying to think of the word, militarizing fucking space. It doesn't make any sense, but when they're talking, it doesn't make any sense when you talk about militarizing space. But when they're talking about building fucking nuclear weapons on the moon, or blowing up satellites, or cutting off internet access by satellites, sadly, it actually makes sense to militarize space.
Hey, sir, drink some water.
Would anybody here take an all expense paid trip to the moon like a couple years into
No.
development? Hey, would anybody here have the balls to fly to the moon?
I like my feet on land.
I don't want to fly to fucking New York from Texas, okay? I'm not flying to the fucking moon.
Hey, sir. Hey, how much you drink today?
Not enough.
I can tell.
But also space
Okay.
has been.
Also, in my defense, I'm also a little shell shocked because I just went through 2 different rooms that said Roger was dead. So, I'm also a little like, I hate and love Roger,
Wait, let me
and
ask,
he's alive.
sir. Let me ask Mojo a positive vibration question here. Based on your survey of Clubhouse users, and
Did you buy him fresh batteries? Because I don't know how he has positive vibration
well, I'm asking
unless
him.
he got fresh batteries.
I'm asking it because he claims he wants to cut Social Security. Like he's got some major cuts that he wants to make to the budget. But I'm just wondering, like after doing a very thorough survey of Clubhouse communication, like if this was, the micro or the smaller statistic of the overall American statistic, would your cuts affect, like people here in Clubhouse or the United States? How does Clubhouse play into, budgetary and, allocations essentially?
Well, I think that my confidence that people are okay and can be self-reliant has been shaken a little bit because of my experience here on Clubhouse. So, if anything, Clubhouse has made me think that perhaps we need some sort of safety net for these fools.
Because there's a lot of Clubhouse users who are jumping from Clubhouse to Uber and Lyft, Clubhouse to Uber and Lyft, Clubhouse to Uber.
Well, hold on. I think there's one thing we need to look at is that it's not just, and I completely understand where folks come from when people are just living off the government from an excuse. Or what other people deem as an excuse, like because you're bipolar, you can't function in the workforce, or, I mean, you probably see more mental disabilities than physical disabilities of why people can't function in the workforce. and I'm making up that bias on my own, but that's what I've seen personally, is that there's more mental disabilities than physical disabilities as
If
an
you
exemption.
can't-
Would you classify alcoholism as a mental disability?
No, not at all.
Just checking.
No, fuck you.
So wait, if you spend, $200 a
I know
week at
that
Costco,
me and him have a history. Depression and anxiety, I understand to some extent. I understand debilitating anxiety, like I can't drive on the fucking freeway, but that doesn't mean I can't take the back roads and drive an extra 20
Sarah,
minutes.
stay on topic. What's the title of the room? Who is the stupidest person on Clubhouse?
Anyone who voted for Trump.
Okay, you and I haven't taken the survey. Let's time to vote to view the results. Who is the dumbest person on Clubhouse? Bima from Chillism, Icky from Chillism, Concrete
That's
from
Ike.
Chillism, Ike from Chillism, or other. I'm gonna go with. Ooh, I don't know Ike that
Hold
well.
on.
We're going with a
Hold
concrete
on,
block. We're voting on a
Mojo,
concrete block.
do you remember
Ooh,
the
other.
redhead chick?
Other. Ooh.
I'm choosing other
You know
right
what?
now.
I'm going other. You're right. That's the fucking winner.
I think I'm changing my stuff.
That's what we call it, teal colored. The other color is a teal. Am I correct? Is that a teal?
But Roger, do you remember that redheaded chick?
The one that claimed to be in the Situation Room with 3 separate presidential administrations?
I'm pretty certain that's probably the same bitch.
Yeah, talk about it.
Well, they were asking who's the dumbest. I don't recognize any of the names they're saying, and that's the one person I could remember on here that I would really slam dunk it on.
Who was saying that I was dead?
Well, I did open a Roger Mayhem room once titled, I have a family emergency. Or no, something like that. And I was like, I need you to mod the room. I've got a family emergency. And then they're like, oh, absolutely, Roger. Yes, sir, of course. So then, I don't know, then, after that, the whole Roger Mayhem movie experience exploded after that one event.
There used to be a classic troll move where you would jump into a room, somebody else would get there, and then you would put a crazy ass title, like just super offensive, and then mod the other person and then leave, and then they're stuck in a room with people about to come into it, and then it looks like they're the ones that created the room with the crazy title, and then you screenshot it and then show other people that they did that room. That was one of the
Troll me like that, Roger. I would have been there all day.
See, that's the one thing about live streaming yourself on this app. Like, it's a little bit like lying. You don't have to remember anything you said. It's like, if you live stream everything, well, then there's like total transparency, total mirror effect. It's just a question of, who you are, what you're saying, and what you're listening to. But like to live stream your experience in a way, like, there's, a kind of a reverse engineering aspect to it.
Well, it depends if you're a manipulative person that's trying to push an agenda or if you're just a genuine human being. See, I can never be caught in a lie because I don't lie, I always tell the truth. And sometimes those truths can be contradictory, but I'm not scared to admit that I contradict myself. I'm always going to say what I have to say. When
Sarah, what
people
do
are
you-
trying to
Sarah,
manipulate and lie,
Sarah,
they
Sarah,
get
what do you-
mixed up in their own shit.
Sarah, what do you think my agenda is here on this app?
Do you want an honest answer, Roger?
Yeah, I want to hear
Mojo?
it. I want you to go as deep as you can go.
I think that when you started out on this app, I first met you about almost 5 years ago. You really wanted to spread a message. It really hasn't been that long. and I can pull you up on Instagram where we were dirty talking each other. But
Oh, please show me that. That'd be amazing. Please show me that.
not bad dirty talk. We didn't send nudies or anything.
Hold on. Please screenshot this stuff. I want to see this.
I don't even know if Instagram will show it because I never used Instagram. We just pretty much admitted we were fuck each other. That was it. Not too dirty at all. Especially not social media wise. But jokingly, okay, we were not dead ass.
You're saying that I said I would fuck you?
Yeah, we
both. Amazing.
We were joking. Okay, I'm not saying dead ass like we had a date. We just jokingly said, yeah, I'd fuck you, yeah, I'd fuck you too. Anyways, this is 4 years ago. Okay, this is COVID. Like, Clubhouse is still beta shit. And I'm only here because someone sent me an invite and I'm an Android whore and not an iPhone bitch. So, that's how old I remember Roger from.
Sir, who?
But I think Roger hold on. He sidetracked me. Roger started out here as someone that really wanted to bring truth and openness and conversation to people. I feel like he's been, I don't know how on this website because I don't see how people make money on this website. But I guess if you network between Clubhouse and all the other websites, you can make money off of it. Then maybe that's why I feel Roger's become more controversial, and things that like we agreed on years ago, we no longer agree on. And every room I come into with you, like, you seem more about baiting for fights than actually having a conversation. And I think Clubhouse started out, like, I loved it 4 years ago because
Sarah,
it
the
was
now
people
is
having
all important.
conversations.
There's no baited
People have
conversations
conversations, and now everybody wants to fight. It's like the worst dickness.
Sarah, have you read the House
ever.
rules? I would like to refer you to rule number 4.
You asked me what my opinion was, and I gave it, so I'll shut the fuck up if you're done hearing it.
What is the 4th rule of the House?
I don't think I got an answer. All I heard was that somewhere along the line you've got some Instagram conversation with me is what you're claiming. Where
And
I
that's
said
all,
that,
no, that
So you're
literally
saying you're-
proves my point. Is
Well,
that
can
you
you-
act like
can
you
you
didn't
show
hear
me this?
anything.
Can you show me this, please? I
But
want to see it.
Hold on. I will. But let's act like I never said that. What my whole point was is
How
that
can you act like
whenever
that? That's the most intriguing thing you said.
whenever I originally met you on this app, you seemed like a very intellectual man that wanted to fucking point out the injustices of our society. And I feel like now somehow, I don't know how, the only reason I could think that you changed up the way you did is if you're being funded. The only way I could think that you're being
Funded by
funded.
who? You think the Mossad is funding me?
No, baby. What I'm saying is if you're using Clubhouse to network to YouTube and Instagram and companies.
By the way, this is being streamed to YouTube, courtesy of my
Okay.
partners at John Kitover for Congress.
So exactly what I'm saying. Companies that are
Sarah,
going
would
to
you
pay
like to be an
for
AI campaign
interaction.
optimizer for the campaign to elect John Kitover?
Instant reaction is suck my dick, but what?
I have an AI job opening for you that I think you'll be perfect for in the campaign to elect John Kitover.
Okay. John Kidd sounds like someone I probably don't want to elect.
Well, vote John.
Also,
Vote Kitover before the debt comes
how do you
over.
how do you get an AI job?
So basically, you come on the social audio chat app. All work is done through Clubhouse in a conference call, and you actually post things to X, YouTube, Instagram. Do you want the job?
So is it AI learning through that conversation?
Absolutely. It's a publishing position.
It's not a. Don't even try and sell me on that shit.
Well, just imagine that you worked
If it was
for
a
a tequila
publishing
company,
position,
a
then you
vodka
would be
company.
offering royalties and all kinds of benefits going along with it.
There's plenty of
Not
benefits.
just show up and talk shit and argue so AI can learn from your fucking shit.
It's all
Because
unfunded
at the end of the
liabilities.
day, everyone thinks AI is going to learn from itself. AI doesn't learn from itself. It learns from the programmers.
You might not get your
And that's
benefits
based
right
off of the
now.
information you feed into it.
You might have to wait for your unfunded liabilities to kick in, but I promise you the benefits are there with the position. Are you interested in becoming an AI strategist with the campaign to
Wait,
elect John
before you answer that, Sarah, I have a question for you.
You know I'm not saying yes to that, baby.
No, I have a question for you. It's 533 times 1,000.
Are you asking me to answer a math question?
Yeah, that was the question.
Okay, well, you just said 533 times 1,000.
Yeah, what is that?
530, 300,000, 3,000. I'm really fucking stoned as shit right now. But it's. There's six
You know,
zeros, so
Christopher
five-
also answered that question
No.
correctly, sir. That's a diagnostic question. You passed the test. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I'm trying to quit drinking, so I'm smoking more weed, Roger. Which makes me actually more retarded, because I can't think straight when I smoke weed.
Sarah, how much time do you spend in
And what?
Chillism? It's a house that's, I think it's appropriately,
I think most of the.
equally matched for you.
Roger, do you know how many rooms? Okay, you remember Jimmy Lee, right? I'm sure you're still in a lot of rooms with him.
No, but I actually saw Connie on this app for the first time in like a long
Yeah, I saw her. I saw her too. And I didn't see her like in the group.
What's your point? Jimmy Lee, go ahead.
He blocked me and got a bunch of groups to block me. So
Yeah,
when I go to church,
hold on.
this was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I heard that you got drunk and you came on to him and his wife got very angry, and that's why you've been blocked by him and all of their friends.
No. Dude, I literally have fucking screenshots.
They have the
of
receipts.
him. I have the receipts
Welcome to the room, Lil Haiti.
of him blowing me up saying you're a stupid piece of shit, fucking whore, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna have everyone block you because he got mad because I was good at counteracting his fucking arguments.
So moderators,
never-
it's 3:46 in the morning. 3:46 in the morning, Central Standard Time. We're trying to figure out who is the stupidest person on Clubhouse in the Muff, hosted by Mojo, Serenity, and Rohan. Sorry for the hard reset there, Sarah, but it's getting late.
Anyone that believes that I came on to a man 20
Don't
years
forget
my
9.
senior who's living off of another fucking poor innocent female because he can't get a job and pay his own bills.
Wait, Sarah, I hate to break in here, but
I
have
am
you
not
seen the
that
movie
pathetic.
Dinner? Have you seen the movie Dinner for Schmucks with Zach Galifianakis, Sarah?
Of course I have.
So is all
Who
communication?
hasn't seen that
The
movie?
question is, Sarah, is all communication hypnosis?
Ooh.
Hey, Sarah, I got a question.
Man,
There's
you hit her in the sweet spot with that one,
but
John.
hold on. There's a level of manipulation, and hypnosis is manipulation, but it's a
Hey, can
very
we go back to Sarah? Can we go back to why Jimmy Lee blocked you?
He went on a drunk rampage.
I mean,
and just got mad.
you brought
He
it up.
really
so-
did.
Yeah, you brought it up. So I'm just curious, why would he block you?
Okay, so the reason I brought it up is because most of the white groups on Clubhouse I can be in, I can't be in because of him.
do you
So,
Most of the people in this room have no idea who Jimmy Lee is.
I know.
Is he that?
Associated.
Is he that chubby Asian Christian advocate prophet? You know.
No, that's David Lee. That's
Literally?
David Lee. That's David
Honey,
Lee.
hold on.
Hold on. No, Sarah, mute yourself for a second. So Jimmy Lee is a libertarian who's with Connie. They used to do these libertarian rooms all the time. Jimmy likes the spirits a little bit, and so it's not crazy to me that Jimmy Lee and Sarah would have found each other somehow on this app. But Sarah did something so inappropriate that Jimmy Lee blocked her, and she brought this up. It's amazing that she brought this up.
I did not.
You did to just bring it up.
I
Hold
did
on.
not.
Put a one in the
I did
chat
not
if
do
you heard
anything
Sarah bring that.
inappropriate. Don't make false accusations.
you
If you're
brought
gonna
this
say
up.
allegedly I did something, then say that. But don't flat out say I did something inappropriate, because I didn't do anything.
Then why would he block you? Why would he block you?
He straight up got drunk one night, blew up my messenger, telling me what a piece of shit bitch I was,
Why
and
would
how
he say
people
that?
hated me, and saying that Facebook didn't, or like everyone on Facebook didn't want me on there, and there was a whole Facebook page campaigning to get me removed from fucking social media.
Why would that happen? What could have possibly gone wrong that would have happened?
Because I think it was like, I guess we connected as him thinking I was a leftist that became libertarian, and he was a Republican that became libertarian. And he became libertarian over the Massey interview. If anyone knows anything about libertarianism, you know all about Massey in a dark secret hotel room with a fucking, reporter. But they ignore all the people.
I can tell you, nobody in this room knows what you're talking about. But let's
Okay.
get to the fact of why Jimmy Lee,
But-
you brought up, interestingly enough, why would he block you?
Because of the groups that I would want to follow, he had connections in that got me blocked on Clubhouse
But what
and Facebook.
But what
No,
was
I'm
he
dead
upset
ass
about?
serious.
What was
He
he
had-
upset about, Sarah? Sarah, what was he upset about? What did you do?
Because he wanted to use me as this is the Democrat that turned libertarian. And after about 20 times of me saying no, I've always been a libertarian for the last 20 fucking years.
Wait, you're a libertarian?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so glad I left that mess.
But because I don't believe exactly what they believe,
Well, hold
which
on.
is more Republican
Well,
than
you
libertarian.
Hold on. You want me to believe, and you want the people listening to believe, that the fight that led to him blocking you had to
No,
do
it was
with,
really
with
that.
politics?
It was that fight. It wasn't politics, it was his ego. Because repeatedly, okay, so we'd have conversations like right now, right? And he would chime in and be like, oh, well, she's just a fucking leftist that turned a libertarian and blah, blah. And I would be like, no, I'm not.
Why don't you tell them about the back channel messages that you sent to a married man named Jimmy Lee on this app?
I never sent anything inappropriate to him. Legit, dude. He's a goofy looking, scrawny old white dude with gray hair.
Excuse me, Sarah. I
Living-
think Mojo might be
He's living
violating
off
rule
of her.
number
Do
7 in
y'all
the
not
house.
comprehend? That's her property. She owns that shit. He's living off of her. He posted all these videos like he's fucking, being this naturalist and growing all this shit, and like he's living off of her. He's
Sarah,
manipulating and using
Sarah.
that for
Wait a
control.
minute.
It's
You don't even know
pathetic.
You don't even know what you're talking about. The
I know
guy,
exactly what I'm
the guy,
talking about.
The guy has a thriving career where he sets up concert venues for some of the biggest music acts in the country, and he's
He
traveling
works
all
a
the
couple
fucking
of
time.
jobs a year. I
That's
know
untrue.
because he told me he works a couple of
That's
jobs a year.
untrue. Okay,
No.
I'm gonna. As soon
And
as they wake up,
maybe he
hey,
got
stick
more
around,
work.
because as soon
Hold on.
as they
Maybe
wake up,
he got
I'm
more
gonna
work
ping
over
both.
the last.
No,
Maybe
hold on.
he got more work
No,
over the last
hold on.
2 years
Shut your drunk ass
because
up
of
for a second.
networking.
Shut your drunk
I'm
ass
not
up for
even
a second.
talking fucking drunk. It's business.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
he
tell
got
you.
more
I'm
work
gonna
over
tell.
the last few years because of
Mute
networking.
your fucking mic. When they wake up, I'm gonna ping them in here, and we can have this conversation, and we'll bring it full circle. We'll ask Connie, his wife, why Jimmy blocked
Bonnie's not his wife, unless they got married in the last couple of years.
It's amazing how much you think you know about these two. It's amazing.
Oh, he called her his wife for a long time, but they weren't married.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And again, why do you think he blocked you?
And no, but that's the thing is you want to act like that's me, but maybe that's the lies he told me. Did you ever think about that?
Well, I tell you what, we're gonna find out. This thing's gonna come full circle when I get Jimmy and
I
Connie
want
to come here.
screenshots of what I said inappropriate
They
to
will
him.
confront you, and
Because
they
I know damn well I never said
they will
anything
expose your
inappropriate
lies.
to him. I know damn well I never said anything inappropriate to him. So if you make that accusation, so where is that?
Hold on, Sarah, mute yourself for a second. Let me just ask one of the men on the stage, whether it's Tony or Roe or John or Christopher, for a married man to block a woman on Clubhouse, what do you think is the most realistic reason of why they may have blocked a woman on Clubhouse, such as Sarah? Anybody?
Inappropriate. What was that, Tony?
Advancements.
Advancements. It could be just
Okay,
inappropriate
what is that
communication,
block?
obnoxious
What is that block? The
communication,
company, text
spam
messages.
communication, too much communication. You know, just nonstop
What is
verbalizing.
that block?
At the
company,
bar,
unsolicited
at the bar,
messages,
the nickname's called
trash talking.
Bablerina. Bablerina is the nickname. Not your nickname, but at the bar, a woman who won't stop talking because she's intoxicated is called Bablerina.
Like one reason why they might stop blocking you is because they're not.
Stop blocking her? That's not the problem. He started to block her.
Oh,
For long.
while you started? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I just woke up. What reason for the block?
Dude, you opened your eyes and said, fuck it, I'm in a clubhouse room, I better jump in.
It's just like I did the night before. But yeah, the one reason for the block is it's a power move that mostly girls make when you block. But he wanted to lessen something, and because he didn't have like earplugs or anything, what she was saying, or the fact that she was too much of a familiar voice, he could not risk that for the party on the other end.
Okay, y'all are ignoring the truth here. Is that he fucking messaged me repeatedly talking shit and then blocked me. I was not harassing him. He was harassing me.
Hold on. Out of the clear blue sky, completely unprovoked, he started texting you and talking shit. Tell us more.
It's not out of the clear blue sky. We talked on a regular basis throughout groups.
Oh, you did?
Then there started, just like me and you argue, right, Roger? We argue a lot in groups, so we still talk to each other cordially when necessary. We were doing the same thing. All of a sudden, he started blowing up my fucking back channel on Clubhouse and on Facebook Messenger.
Sir, we get the accusations, but the problem is you're in violation of the In the Muff rules. We're dragging trauma from another room into this room when we're trying to just simply identify who is the stupidest person on Clownhouse. Who is the dumbest, stupidest, most moronic, idiotic schmuck who runs his effing mouth nonstop about nothing? Is it Bima from Chillism? Ike from chillism, concrete from chillism, or other. I mean, other seems to be the clear de facto winner because there are so many random stupid people in chillism that it's obviously other because concrete at least dominates word by word by word, but there are some really poor lost souls in chillism looking for something, a fucking flame, a little glimmer of hope, of intelligence. So clearly, other is the winner.
For once, I will give props to the old white guy with an American flag and a book that he's actually bringing.
You better be careful, John. She's gonna be in your back channels. You might have to block her.
I'm not back channeling that motherfucker for. I have never back channeled anybody, but he's trying to bring the room back to the point. So, Roger.
The point that you distracted. You were the one that took us
No,
off on this
you
journey
apparently want to
about
suck
you
off
and Jimmy Lee.
So shut up and quit defending him. That's what
You brought up
fucking.
Jimmy Lee. You brought up Jimmy Lee, not me.
Wait, I
You
just
fucking
Sarah,
deflected
please,
all the way to suck off Jimmy.
Sarah, please. I want to talk about chillism here for one more second because without Nathan's Superdome, none of that networking in that room would be possible. Nathan is actually the semiconductor silicon of the future. He allows insane, nonstop toxic speech for many years to go directly through his Apple earbud into his brain while Tali also supervises and listens. These two people are like the cyborgs from Star Trek. They have been assimilated, and their room is essentially, a projection of an assimilation.
JB is hands down the stupidest person on Clubhouse.
Kind of normal society, though.
No, I am
Think
sorry.
about
Nathan is next level. Nathan has essentially brain rotted himself with chillism
Oh, so
to a
you're putting
very
him
high
on a
degree.
pedestal? Don't put him on a pedestal.
Healthy
Stop
Debates
that.
is also brain rotted out as well, but I'm just telling you, chillism takes the fucking cake for the most ghetto scraping
JB,
garbage you've ever heard.
JB.
Not too much on JB and healthy debates.
At least he runs the room with, logically and gives everybody a voice to get their
He thinks he's
dopamine
the
off.
greatest host on Clubhouse. Make it stop. Somebody, please make it stop.
You can't make it
And
stop.
I'm
It's
embarrassed to say the
it's a
man is
dream
over.
come true. This is literally just the artificial Johnny Carson experience, or the Howard Stern experience, or the Joe
I'm
Rogan
just the
experience.
cracker in the corner. I'm just the cracker in the corner.
Anthony, I see you joined with violence.
Look at Sig down there. Sig opens some big rooms, and he really makes a big show of it. Daniel opens huge rooms here on Clown House. And if you don't think that you can't create dopamine by being Joe Rogan on Clown House, you don't understand, neurochemistry.
I'm just the cracker in the corner.
No
Well-
attacks on Sig, please.
Why do you think Mojo keeps coming back to this app? It's not because he gets anything out of it. It's because he gets a neurotransmitter, a dopamine out of the experience. And it takes a dope to create a dopamine.
Shouldn't you plead the fifth on that?
No, it's a fact. It takes a dope to make a dopamine.
I mean, I understand that, but that's the narcissistic traits that are taking over our society that's really not healthy. Like,
JB is a narcissist. That's correct.
Sarah, do you think you're the right person to lecture people on what's healthy and what's not?
I said narcissistic traits, okay? That's different than actually suffering from narcissistic personality disorder. And yeah, Roger, I actually think
I
I'm
think
more
you're out of your
qualified
lane. I
than
think
you
this
are.
is Dr. Jordan's territory. I think without him here, I don't think we should bring up narcissism.
See, narcissism is a little bit
Because
like
you
an
don't
ego.
understand it.
You can't touch a taste a narcissist. It's a concept. But, So
That's why I
it's
said
very
there's a difference
conceptual.
between narcissistic traits and actual narcissistic personality disorder.
Sarah, may
And
I
social
ask you a
media,
question? Sarah, may I ask you a question?
social media has done
Sarah,
it
may I
so
ask you a question? Sarah, may I ask you a question?
Sure, as you interrupt me constantly.
I just want to ask you a question. Well, if you refer to the rules, moderators, when appropriate, can interrupt. That's what I'm doing. So I just want to ask you a question. You good with that?
Yeah, sugar.
Okay. Why did you bring up Jimmy Lee?
Stir in the pot.
I
Stir
was,
in
now
the
hold
pot.
on. I was referring to access to groups on the social media site.
Stir
Do you
in
think
the
it might have been a strange reference, considering the topic? You know, we have a title to the room, we had a conversation going, and out of the clear blue sky.
No, hold on.
No, you can't interrupt me.
On it.
Right. Refer to rule number
Jump
5.
on it.
Refer to rule number 5. You're in violation. I just wanted to ask this question. We had a topic going. Actually, you violated 2 rules because you changed the topic and you're interrupting me. But I want to ask this question just for clarity. So when you changed the subject to Jimmy Lee, you brought it up and you said that he had you blocked. Typically, people block people because they don't want to interact with them. Can you walk us through what you did to deserve Jimmy Lee to block you on this app?
Okay, so since it's a violation of the rules to change the topic, and I only mentioned him as a drive-by and another explanation, and you latched onto it because you knew who he was, and then I extended on that to
So
try
did
and
you mention him
clarify.
hoping that nobody would know who he was, and you were just going to slide this little thing in without
It was
referencing
just
the
part of the general conversation.
referencing the fact that you came on to a married man, and the reason he blocked you is
I
because
did
him and
not
his wife
come on
found
to him.
that. Those
Oh
are
my
the facts. Those are the
No,
facts.
it's not facts. I legit did not come onto this old scrawny fucking piece of shit motherfucker that has nothing at all to offer a woman. So no,
How would you know he has nothing to offer if you hadn't discussed these things?
because we were friends, and I knew he wasn't worth a shit. I knew he was using Connie. I
How's he
knew
your
he
friend
was
then?
fucking
Why was he your
verbally and
friend then?
emotionally abusive.
Why was he your friend then?
Because it was an online friendship, and those things slowly come out as you start to see how fucked up a person is. Just like any relationship, it takes time as you learn how fucked up they are.
Hold on.
And how they respond to that.
No, Sarah, hold on. Mute yourself. Please mute your mic.
Oh yeah, you keep asking for an explanation, but you don't allow me to
I know, but now I'm asking you to
because
mute
you're
yourself.
baiting me.
I'm now asking you to mute yourself. I'm going to ask a question to the room. Anyone in the audience, anyone on the stage can participate. Press 1 if you think that Sarah was having inappropriate conversations with a married man on Clubhouse. Press 1. Type 1 in the chat if you believe that.
Sorry, what was the question?
The question, the instruction is, if you believe that Sarah had inappropriate conversations with a married man on Clubhouse, just put a 1 in the chat.
I mean, I got no basis of evidence, but I'm going with the 1 based on like her behavior and activity over the past like 30 minutes.
Sarah, this isn't looking good for you.
So there's no way that a woman can have value with friendship, political conversations, anything like that, right? The only reason a woman should have contact with a man is for sexual aspirations. Is that what we're getting at?
No, of course not. I'm
not
just
at
saying
all.
you sound intoxicated right now. So like, I could see how you could possibly be flirtatious with some married man.
Again, he needed to censor the familiarity and what was being said out of the mic because he didn't have earphones and he could not continue to wear earphones and he had to mix it up. And when he ran out of things to put a muzzle on your mouth, then he went on and blocked you. It's a girl move though.
Except I was never inappropriate. It was always only political conversations that we had. As for, is that Liz? Jesus Christ, Liz. If all your conversations with men are inappropriate, then you need to reevaluate your level of intellect and the kind of conversations you have with people.
Well, Sarah, I don't think you want to pick a fight with Liz. If you think that I am, like...
I literally have everyone sitting here
okay,
trying
I'm going to invite
make
Liz up. You're okay. All right. Releasing the Kraken. I'm going to invite Liz up.
Everyone is acting like my only value
I tried
is
to
to
warn
have
you.
a sexual relationship with a man.
I hate to
And our
change
only
topics, Sarah, but you
conversation
still haven't
were
answered the
political.
survey. Sarah, you still haven't answered the survey, and you got a red ticket in the muff. Cash that ticket in, Sarah, and answer
give
the
it to
survey.
It's the fastest growing house of the whole app.
You know, I gotta say, I hate to bring up this topic, but since it's a full moon and the menstrual cycle may be afoot, I'm just wondering, like, if you have a vagina, not an artificially constructed vagina, of course, but an actual vagina, is soap not your best friend for cleaning your vagina?
What the fucking fuck are you talking about?
We are in the muff, and I'm just wondering about,
Okay, first of all, that's
vaginal
not how the
health.
muff works. That's not how periods work. That's not how hormonal cycles work. And I feel like maybe you're menstruating right now.
Well, I am eating a bunch of cherries to help hopefully prevent any gout flare ups in my feet. But, in the muff is where I'm happiest.
You don't need to be high acid, that's for sure. Okay, I'm sorry. I really want to make jokes about gout right now.
Can we just finish the conversation about you and Jimmy Lee first, and then we can get back to the game?
Why are you so obsessed with Jimmy Lee? Go suck his dick and shut up.
You brought it
Nobody
up.
fucking cares.
You
No,
brought it up.
You
brought
keep
it up.
fucking... Oh my god. Does anybody else want to back me up here? That he won't let it. He gives a shit, okay?
But
I
if
mentioned...
Sarah-
I just mentioned the dickwad told some shit, and he
Sarah,
won't let it go.
Sarah,
If you want to suck his dick,
Sarah,
go suck his dick. Otherwise,
Sarah,
leave him
Sarah,
and me separate.
Sarah, I'm gonna meet you halfway. I'm gonna acknowledge
No,
that
you're not.
Yeah,
Because
well,
you keep
you're not gonna-
accusing me
you're not
of
gonna
making
keep interrupting me.
inappropriate.
You're not gonna keep interrupting me. I'm trying to look. I'm gonna agree with you on one thing. I keep bringing it up, but I want you to also agree that out of the clear blue sky, you're the one in a conversation about the stupidest people on Clubhouse. You decided to bring up a married man who has you blocked, and you left out the key detail of why he has you blocked. And I'm just curious if we can finish off this conversation with you being honest about why he blocked you.
He has me blocked because he's a narcissistic ally piece of shit that's manipulating and using the poor woman under his current control. And y'all will see that sooner or later.
Why were you talking to him if you think he's such a terrible guy?
Wait,
Because
Sarah,
prior to
before you go any
this, you
further,
have to
I
get
have to
know
announce
someone
that
to
we
know these things.
we have hit a new record on the YouTube Live right now. There's
Once
over
you get to know
64 people
somebody,
watching this conversation live. We are the new Howard Stern
that
of
is
Sirius
pathetic.
XM and Clown House live streaming. Thank you, Mojo Positive Vibrations. Sorry for the interruption, Sarah. Please continue.
Yep. Well, hold on. Since we have such an audience, I want to just let people know how educated the people on this stage are. So, Sarah, can you please tell the people that are listening on YouTube what 752 times 1,000 is?
752 times 1,000. Oy vey.
I'm not going to justify your baiting bullshit.
Fair enough. We can change the subject. We'll close the case of why did Jimmy block
You're the one that
Sarah.
keeps making up subjects, bro.
Does anybody
You're
else,
in control here, right?
Sarah, please,
Aren't you in control, Daddy?
let's
Isn't that what you
get
want?
back to the title of the room.
You want to be in control,
How
Daddy.
is other 72% of chillism knowing that you all know who Concrete is, who Ike is, who Bima is, who Nathan is, who Tali is? Like, who is the dumbest? Is it Lion? Is he the dumbest person, in chillism? Are the things he says, the extreme, despicable, horrible things that man says, is he not the dumbest? The dumbest of the dumb? Who here thinks, if you think Lion is the dumbest, put a 1 in the chat. If you think Nathan is the dumbest, put a 2 in the chat. If you think Tali is the dumbest, put a 3 in the chat. But please, take the time to vote now.
Can we get a... If you think Sarah was having an inappropriate conversation with Jimmy Lee, put a 4 in the chat.
That's a big 4. 4 is the sacred number. It's like Yahweh, basically. Yad-Heh-Vav. Or Yad-Heh-Vav-Heh. Jehovah.
If you think that most dumbest person is
Why
other,
are you
it's
whispering,
okay to
Tony? Tony, why are you whispering? Hiding under the desk? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm hiding.
This guy, Jimmy, looks like a fucking 110-pound stick with gray hair that can't work or pay for himself and lives off of women. You really think a grown-ass woman like me that takes care of myself and owns my own house is gonna be fucking simping over some bitch on Clubhouse? Get the fuck over that shit, man.
Damn.
Like, it's seriously degrading that y'all act like I would actually...
Sarah, do you
And
know
not
that
even
simping
that,
is typically
disrespect.
reserved for men?
Because I like fucking his girlfriend. She's a good woman. To
But
disrespect
Sarah,
her like that is beyond
Sarah.
what I would ever. No, it is. I let him joke about it, but it's actual full-on disrespect to
Sarah.
who I am as a person.
Listen,
I am not that kind of person.
Sarah, we wouldn't
So
think
fuck
you're
you,
cool. We wouldn't think you're
Roger.
cool unless you're flirtatious. We expect you to be flirtatious,
It's
but
not about being
with a
flirtatious. I
married
also beat a
man.
motherfucker's ass, okay?
with a married
Like-
man. People are doing
I
the
don't-
laughing emoji, Sarah. You got a lot of
I
viewers on
wouldn't
YouTube
do it
right
with
now.
a married man, let alone that married man. Like, there's some fine ass married men out there I might joke around with on the side and, like, just, like, wish. Like, I've got my own fucking, passes in Hollywood because I'm not married, so I don't have a husband to give me a pass. Like, I have my own passes, but I know that their wives are so odd, I can never get them.
Sarah, prior to you bringing up Jimmy, you said that you made a comment to me on Instagram that you wanted to fuck me. So you don't have a very good track
No,
record
I
with
said, you said you wanted to fuck me. Or that you would.
I
Not
think
that
that's
you
a-
wanted, but that
Listen.
you would.
Listen,
You said I'd fuck back.
if the question was would I fuck a gorilla or fuck you, that would maybe be the only way that that we would come to that conclusion. But there's no fucking way that I would fuck you. Not with a stolen dick.
This is 4 years ago before we got to know each other. Obviously, we wouldn't now.
Listen, I hate to go
Why
back
don't
to
you
the.
do this, Sarah? Sarah, go ahead and post the receipts of me saying that I wanted to fuck
You also don't post who you really are. So, you know, it always helps being a fake person.
I hate to
Post
go.
the receipts. Post the receipts of me saying that I wanted to fuck you. I'm calling your bluff on that. And by the way, I'm pinging Connie in. The moment she wakes up, she's going to come in here and she's going to tell the whole room why Jimmy, her husband, blocked you.
Oh, we got content today.
I hate to mention that we are violating some of the primary rules in the muff. So if we could get back on topic and obey the rules,
Mommy,
who
can I say something really quick?
is the stupidest person on Clownhouse? Now that may sound like stupid phobic,
Roger.
or stupid is
Roger
not
is
like
the
a,
stupid
it's a
person
mean
currently on
thing and
Clubhouse.
it's not nice. But we are actually really, because many years have been spent on this app listening to stupid people. So we really want to know, who have you heard on this app that disgusted you so much? Was it me? Was it John Kitover? Like, Rohan disdains me. That's okay. I'm not going to win everybody in the audience. I'm just wondering who else on this app do you have disdain for?
Well, she recently just said that she had disdain for the guy that she was flirting with that's a married man. So she'll flirt with people that she has disdain for.
I never said I flirted with him.
Sarah,
Being friendly is not flirting.
Rich in my YouTube wrote, his profile name is just here for the comments. He wrote, Sarah sounds like she smokes Winston full flavor.
First, hold on. I need a cigarette too. Marlboro Red 100s.
Sarah, when you were talking about simping, do you know what a simp is?
When you're fucking pretty much sucking off a motherfucker that built your ego.
That's what a simp is, okay. What is the word simp a derivative of?
I'm not even gonna try and Google it and act like I know. I don't know the fancy kid
Is it
words.
simplification, Anthony? Simplification, maybe?
Well, obviously
No,
simplification.
the simp is a
It's
derivative
like
of
a
the word
basic
pimp.
bitch. But there's
Simp is a derivative of the word pimp. It's the opposite of a pimp. All right, and it's a term used to describe men, but like this is very, very odd. Clearly,
it's usually a man. Okay, hold on.
He goes on and on.
And I understand this is used on both sides of the fence, but
it's
for
not
female,
on both sides of the
no,
fence.
hold on. Men will say a man is simping for a female because they think he's acting like a bitch or being her bitch. But women will say a man is simping because he's acting like a man's bitch. So, like, I legit can say something political, religious, philosophical, anything, and will be completely attacked. And then a guy will turn around and say the exact same thing, and every dude is like sucking him off like he's the smartest man in the world. That's simping. Because you're only giving him that attention because he's your pimp, I guess, so to speak, by how you just defined it, right?
No. We got Rich here in the audio chat on the YouTube. He writes the word simp has a relatively long history, originating as a shortened form of, get this, simpleton or simpler. So the question remains, who is the stupidest person on Cloudhouse? Is it you? Is it me? Who's the stupidest person on Cloudhouse?
That's what everyone just said is simp is the opposite of pimp. Simp is the pimp.
So I'm not sure what the Dunning-Kruger effect is, but Rich says that Antonio is one of the biggest people who was affected by the Dunning-Kruger effect. What is the Dunning-Kruger effect?
stands for someone who idolizes mediocre pussy. That's the acronym.
It's a simpleton.
Define mediocre pussy, and I'm asking just for.
You a drunk business.
No,
person,
fuck
rest
you,
mistake,
asshole.
You are mediocre.
Answer this question. What
I'll
do you?
ask you a genuine question.
Oh, hold on. I want to ask a question to the room, and anyone that's watching the live stream on YouTube can participate. What do you call a woman that has private messages with a married man that are so inappropriate that he has to block her? What do you call that woman?
Sarah. It's okay to be flirtatious.
Did you mean to make it sound like the Sega intro when he turned the Sega Genesis on, John?
Sarah.
I would call her a Jezebel.
Scarlet letter, Sarah.
Don't disrespect Jezebel like that.
A married man.
Yeah, Jezebel didn't smoke Marlboro.
Sarah, you love the attention, don't you? Like, this is the most fun you've had in hours. Are we correct? Because conversation